Hello, beautiful people, and welcome. In today's video, we're going to be talking about how to find the slope. Now, we're going to talk about two different ways. If a slope is given to you in a graph, or if the slope is for 2 points. Now, you can get 2 points from a graph all the time, but sometimes it's just easier to count given a graph to find your slope. Versus this, you actually have to do some algebra. As always, if I make a mistake, I apologize. Let me know where the mistake occurs so that way we both can learn from my mistake. All right, so if you are given a graph, so here's a graph, here's a line. Okay, these are going to be slopes for lines. So if you have a graph, you're going to do this. You're going to do what we call as rise over run. Now that's the standard rise over run. I'm going to show you a different way. So I usually like to do up, down, left, right. I like to do up, down, left, right. Let me rewrite that one more time, and then I'll show you why I like it. Up, down, left, right. So if I go up, I'm going towards the positives. So I'm going to have a positive number. If I go down, it is a negative. If I go left, it is a negative. If I go right, it is a positive. So using up, down, left, right will tell you you're going left, you're going right, you're going up, down, will tell you the negative or the positive of that. Now, there's two other things that you need to know about the slope. If you have a decreasing slope, that means you're going downhill. So that means your slope is negative. If you have a slope that is increasing or going up, that means your slope is positive. So decreasing going downhill is negative, going uphill is positive. So let's find the slope of this line here. So you're going to count the distance of up, down, left, right. So you get to choose. Do you want to go down? Do you want to go up? Now, the original one is rise over run. So most often you want to go up and then figure out left or right. So if I'm going up, you're counting how many jumps you're going up. So from this value here, how much? So here's this value. How many jumps do I have to get to here? So I'm doing 1, 2, 3 jumps. 1, 2, 3 jumps here. And then I'm going to the left, or I'm going to the negatives. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 jumps. So this right here is 8, but I'm going to the negative side. I'm going to the left. So my slope for this one, is I'm going 3 up and 8 left. So that means up is positive, 8 is left, so it's minus. And you're going to simplify, and that is your slope. We'll do plenty of more examples later on, but that's just an introduction. All right, given 2 points, this is where we use the slope formula, okay? So if we have 2 points, you're going to use the slope formula. And that is your change in y over your change in x. So what you need to do, though, is you need to put these in bubbles. Bubbles are super duper important. Bubble, bubble. So you have a bubble minus bubble and a bubble minus bubble. So this is y2, y1, x2, x1. Now, what does that mean? These actually have to match. So you see how there's a 2 and a 2? And then let's see if I can find a highlighter. different in color. There it is. And then you have a 1 and a 1. Those have to match. And then it's really important, you guys, to have that minus in the middle. Super important to have that minus in the middle of your two bubbles. So what is x2, x1? What is that? So let's say I'm walking down the street and I see one of my x's. Here it is. He's my first x. So when I see my first x, I got to explain to them why I'm no longer with them. So I'm walking down the street and I see my x, and I got to explain to them why I'm no longer with them. And then I keep walking, and then I see my second x, and I have to give them another reason why I broke up with them. So x1, y1, x2, y2. I see my first x, I give them my first reason why. I see my second x, I give them my second reason why. So these are the values that you're going to take. You're going to pick these values up and you're going to put them in here. So let's do that. I'm going to rewrite the points. 3, -2. I have 5, 8. And what did I say? This is my first x, first reason why. Second x, second reason why I'm no longer with them. So each of these are going to be put in a bubble. So this is a bubble. This is a bubble. This is a bubble. And this is a bubble. So I'm going to take my formula. This is my formula. So y2 is here. Do you see how y2 is the first bubble? Where is y2? Y2 is this bubble here. So I'm going to take y2 and I'm going to put it in here. Minus y1. Do you see where y1 is? y1 is this bubble here. y1 is -2. So I'm going to put -2 inside the bubble. So now let's do for x2. x2 is this bubble here. x2, find x2. There it is. And then we're going to do x1. x1 is this bubble 3. Once you have this set up, you're going to solve and simplify. So I'm going to rewrite it just a little bit smaller so we can simplify it here. So I have bubble 8 minus bubble -2 divided by bubble 5 minus bubble 3. Again, bubbles are just parentheses. Let's see if I can zoom this in a little bit so you guys can see it better. Anytime you have two minuses like this that you can circle without crossing out any numbers, that means you have a plus. So what I really have here is I have an 8 bubble plus a 2 bubble. My 5 minus 3 doesn't change. So what is 8 plus 2? 8, 9, 10, 10. 5 take away 3, that is 2. Now this is not your answer. This needs to be simplified. What goes into 10 that also goes into 2? Well, 10 divided by 2 and then 2 divided by 2, we can simplify that. 10 divided by 2 is 5. 2 divided by 2 is 1. So that means I have 5 as my slope. Now, slope, you guys, is little m. Little m, so let's write that down on our formula. Little m means slope. Little m means slope. Don't do capital M. Big M means something else. We want a little m. All right, guys, that's it for this video. I just wanted to introduce the slope formula to you. There are two ways to take slope. You can do either by rise over run, up, down, left, right, or you can do the slope formula y2 minus y1 and then x2 minus x1. The order of these does matter. If you have a 2 on top, the 2 has to be on the bottom. If you have a 1 on top, the 1 has to be on the bottom. Make sure that you're using your bubbles. If I see no bubbles, it's not going to be good. All right, enjoy the rest of your day, and I will see you in my next video. Bye.